What's good yet, and welcome to another vid. So, as of you watching this video, the Ashes to Ashes event will be live. So let's go over what this event is about, what should you prioritize in the event shop, how does this whole shenanigan even work, and what do you even have to do. So before we get into the shop, let's actually talk about the basics of the event, where you have two types of storylines, you could say, which are to a degree choreographed fights. So you start off with a normal challenge, and this is important. Heroes level, promotion grade will be maxed. Gear, artifacts, pantheon and bond skills do not make a difference. So it's only the raw base version of the hero that you can use to successfully beat the stage. And then once you beat all 5 stages, you unlock the challenge mode. In that challenge mode, you then have 3 difficulties you can beat, which is to a degree a repeat of the earlier stage. There will also be a ranking system right here that allows you to obviously place higher, and you can kind of see that based on your score you get obviously more points and more ancient shards. These ones should be repeatable daily that then give you maximum rewards. I'm not quite sure if you can do all 3 each day, but that will probably become clear on its own. So that's challenge number 1. And now you have the Battle of Indris, which is pretty much the same thing. It's again a storyline that starts at the same level of BP, but with the same restrictions, but it tells the story of Moradin rather than the story of Valara. So this is the story of Valara, white side, good side, and then story of Moradin, bad side, bad. And then once you beat one of these campaign stages, so you beat all of them, you not only unlock the challenge, but you also unlock what is called the gear stage. And I gotta be honest with you, those might actually give you some trouble. You can see how we haven't even yet beaten stage 7. That's to a degree because of lack of trying, but they also do hit really hard, so you'll probably have at least some fun trying to figure this out. But let's actually talk about the rewards. So these rewards get progressively better, like for example starting from stage 2, or better still, even from starting from stage 1 you have the chance to encounter ancients, and then you can again get more legendary gear pieces. Here you can start to see some basic type of mythic gear. From 4 you're still in the tier 1 territory. From stage 5 onwards you're entering into tier 2 territory. So this is like around stage 19 to like 20. This is more like 20 to 21, and this is kind of like the 22 plus equivalent. And overall, if you look at the drops, they aren't all that different in values, but I feel like it's a good idea to assume that you can get better drops here than from a normal gear dungeon, because why would they introduce this if gear dungeons could just do what gear dungeons can do, right? Also look at the stamina cost. The stamina cost always stays at 20. So what are we actually looking at? We have 4 to 5 of each material, 1 to 2 of the eternal bullions, then a bunch of normal pieces, then again the chance to get tier 2 gear. So unfortunately no tier 3 gear, a bit of a missed opportunity in my mind. They could have definitely added it here. Though, you know, there is a very minor chance that there is a stage 8 hiding somewhere, but I do kinda doubt that. But then you can also work on the Demonkin, Scalekin, as well as also getting a key of level 1 to level 3. So here you will actually be able to get all kinds of gear, so from left side gear all the way to right side gear, as well as then the keys. So you pretty much are safe to assume that the drop rates are going to be better. Here you should then unlock a similar scenario right here, as well as then another boss fight. So now that we have this out of the way with all the rankings and such, what are actually like the core rewards? Bada bing, bada boom. For all of you that still have your Hero of the Year skin voucher, you can right now, upon arrival of the event, claim your free Elowin skin, as well as also then work your way towards these chest pieces on buying these equipment. So you see how we've basically played the light campaign, which is why we have a bunch of light chest pieces. And then you have to do like the light challenge if you want more light pieces. But if you want more dark pieces, then you have to play the dark campaign and get the dark pieces. So that's how you can get yourself the artifact for Valara, the artifact for Moradin, and the best in slot artifact for Astray, which is this one right here. You then also obviously have the shop bubble, and you can get yourself 20 shards on the Astray fusion, which equates to 10%. You know, I really had this like scare moment where I was like, whoa, because I really thought maybe in some distant world you could be buying 4 copies of Astray here, but unfortunately that's not the case. It would have been so that would have been so crucial. So yeah, they have then the Ashes to Ashes avatar, as well as a beautiful frame. And then these rewards, obviously, it depends on how far you're in the game, right? If you're currently still lacking skill crystals, it's also going to be a godsend. If you are anywhere past like day 90, you're probably not going to run into much of a psychic power issue anymore. But then as like the main reward, you have 750 gems, a full 10 pull to help you prepare for the arrival of Moradin and the select your limited banner. But yeah, the Elowin Woodland Wildflower. Let's actually see if we can take a look at that skin, just so you can have an idea of how it looks in game. So here we are, Elowin skin. There you go. We can even equip it. So this is Elowin. I'll obviously leave the testing to you, so you can check out the animations on your own. Hopefully get surprised pleasantly, and yeah. Also, we're playing on the on a BlueStacks client, so if you're playing this on a PC client, this is gonna look better. This does look a bit iffy, but that's because of BlueStacks being test server requirement. So yeah, I think that kind of sums it up. Obviously, there are still 2 parts we don't yet have access to, but they're going to get released with time, you could say. And yeah, do let me know if you watch this video at a time when this is out, how hard were these stages for you, and at which point do you think I should cover it in a guide perspective, right? Like, if you watch this after the release of the event, which you probably will, where did you struggle? Which are like the breaking points where things maybe become slightly too difficult, unless you obviously specifically bother with the stage. So yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. And as always, we see each other in the next one. Peace.